There is this really interesting connotation around what you believe in, your religion, and exploring these new sort of concepts that appear in your life as your faith begins to expand. In other words, spirituality. I grew up as a Muslim, and my entire life my parents were never forceful about the faith. They wanted me to find my own personal connection with God, and provided the Quran as a guidebook, teaching me that all of the books have a piece of creation in their storyline. They told me that the monotheistic religions were the ones to pay attention to, but it wasn't until I awakened in 2018 that I realized that all of the books, monotheistic and polytheistic, have a piece of creation that we can learn about and understand in order for us to actually live in this world in the most peaceful and sacred and intentional way. It's easy to read the lines of these books so directly, but what we have to understand is that sometimes you got to read between the lines. Just because a polytheistic religion, and you as someone who was raised by a monotheistic religion, talks about praising multiple gods, doesn't mean that the other lines in the book won't resonate with the piece about what life on earth is really about. You see, every book has a secret, and when you can actually read between the lines, you'll notice that the secret lies there. And these books have existed for hundreds of thousands of years. And so with that knowledge, could it not have been likely that at any point in time, there must have been at least one person who interpreted the book in a certain way? It is 2022 at this time, so no matter when you watch this, take this message if it resonates. Every single religious book, monotheistic or polytheistic, no matter whether belief in one God or belief in multiple gods, has had different interpretations by different people, different translations these books are written in different languages over the years. I mean, the English Quran that I literally have in my nightstand right now says that it was translated by 6 women, Sahih International. So it's fascinating when you think about where the books have landed across time, but it's more fascinating when you go back and you learn that history has intermingled with these chapters. History tells us in the inscriptions of many ancient sites, such as the pyramids in ancient Egypt, about the story of faith and spirituality. And although there is the interpretation of multiple gods, sometimes it's not about seeing it as power going to multiple gods. It's about seeing it as where your belief lies in creation and the impermanence that this life brings. We can all agree that we are born and that we die. We can all agree that there was something that could have created us. We can all agree that, there is an infinite life source within us, and that maybe we discover that there is life after death to some extent because of some interesting experiences we've had, either through a psychic reading with the psychic like myself, or through interesting paranormal experiences, remembrances and reminders of our passed on loved ones, or very interesting esoteric moments in time that teach us there's more to life than this. And so I've noticed over the last 5 years, my connection, my relationship with my creator, my connection, my relationship with humanity has expanded more than it ever did when I went to Sunday school at the mosque. And although I still connect with Allah, which just means God in Arabic, by the way, it's not a separate God, it is the Lord, I very much hold Allah close to my heart. I am here in service to God. I am here in service to God to help humanity awaken and realize the truth that life is not what society has been taught to us. This is true. These are facts. And so my relationship is not something that I need to explain to anyone. But it is something that I'm being guided to share, because there are people right now who have been identifying with a particular path for so long, and they're beginning to learn new things that goes beyond the borders of what these textbooks sort of teach us. It's interesting. I didn't want to say textbook, but that's really what came out. You know, these books don't tell us that when you see certain angel numbers, synchronicities, and signs, to take it in. That 1111 is a message. That 222, 444 is a message. These are things that we naturally experience in our reality, the synchronization that continues to show up in our lives. And every book has a secret, has a key, has a story about creation that can teach us something about living in this unique world, where the polytheistic religions might teach us about the importance of how we've been here before, or how our mind, our mental health, how the law of attraction, energy exists, because this is true, and this has been proven by science. Where the monotheistic religions teach us stories of previous messengers, prophets, if you will, different people throughout history who have made a difference in sort of setting the landmark, the standard about creation in connection to a higher source creator, divine source creator, right? That love is eternal, it is unconditional. Anything that tells you to fear love, to fear something that gives you mercy when your intention is good, when you are trying to become a better person and change, is not something to follow. Fear stems from hell. Fear stems from that dimension. It stems from lower vibrational entities. And so Source Divine Creator isn't saying to fear him. And I say him, even though there is no gender associated, period. But take what resonates. If you're associating a gender with your creator, then that's how you create it. That's how you, and it's funny, I said create it. It's funny how I said created, but that's how you take it. And that's there. I'm not here to tell anyone what to believe in. I'm here to tell everyone that so often we confuse the fact that we cannot believe in something deeper because we have to go by a book, a textbook. And as someone who very much believes that the only reason why I'm alive is to serve humanity, that the only reason why I am here and awake at this point in time, the only reason why I have somehow ended up in this path and stemmed away from the traditional route of working for the next 45 to 60 years and being exposed to a deeper meaning of life, which has only presented nothing short of opportunities and blessings, angels in disguise as human form, showing and pointing me in the way of becoming a better human being and being closer to God than I ever was through my upbringing. This is my message to you all, to stop judging people based on their point in their spiritual journey. What you believe in is between you and your creator. And I think when it gets to the point where you have to force people or make them feel guilty for the way that their journey has unraveled for them is when you have crossed that line into the barrier of really being in that dark side. Because even though there are truths that we discover on this journey based on the level of perception we have, the experiences we've had that have basically showed us like this is what is true about life, this is what is true about creation, doesn't mean that what other people experience is not valid as well. And it doesn't mean that they've been strayed away. It's so funny that I meet people in my faith who identify as Muslim, just like I still do, by the way, that basically tried to shame me for where I'm at in my journey. But it's funny because those are the same people that aren't following their faith by praying 5 times a day. And that's on them. That has nothing to do with me. I am here in service to my divine source creator, to God and God only, as a light worker who is here to help humanity awaken to the darkness, which is the corruption of injustice that is hidden in plain sight among the industries and systems that live among us, such as healthcare, education, politics, law, the media, Hollywood. This is what I'm here to do. This is what I'm here to do, is to help awaken humanity to these injustices. And it's been revealed to me. I've seen what that shows because it's in plain sight. It's literally in our faces. But I'm not here to tell anyone that what you believe in is not okay and that it's not real. What you believe in is real. Otherwise, why would it have showed up in your reality? And should your journey lead you to believe in something else at some point in time, such as perhaps you've been alive on the planet before, perhaps it's not your first time here, then you are welcomed into that perception. So long as it's a perception that's making you become a better person than you were the day before, that's making you want better for yourself and humanity, that's making you see people from a better point of view instead of assuming that other people, just because they don't resonate with you, are jealous or envious, that's making you realize that just because someone says one particular word to describe the religion or faith or certain aspects within spirituality doesn't mean that they're wrong, that there are synonyms to everything. And again, I bring us back to the main point, and it's so funny, and I love this so much because I just looked up at the clock and it said 11:11. Thank you, God, for that. Love and light, shadow and insight. We are here to help each other. We are here in service to each other, because if we weren't, we would only be by ourselves on this planet, and then what would be the point of that? We are here to awaken to what our connection to Source Creator is and awaken to the truth within our generational tree, within us, to heal and to become aware of what has been going on planet Earth for a while. You might not need to know everything that's going on, and I don't think that we will ever know everything, but I do think that the mysteries that become revealed to you are the mysteries that are meant to be known. And in this sense, your connection to Spirit, which means God, Source Creator, Divine Source Creator, will increase. I also want to add this final message here. Actually, 2 messages. First, stop judging people for what they believe in and what they resonate with, because you really don't know who they are in the spirit world or how connected they are to their Creator. You have no idea. If you're going to start judging people because they use certain terminology or words that are different for you, such as instead of saying God on their videos on a public platform where there are people who follow different beliefs, they say universe, and that triggers you, then you should not be following my page. Please unfollow me and unsubscribe, because these are words and synonyms of what has been created by the Divine Source Creator. And not every word is going to be used by the same person when we're living, A, me in a country where people are from different backgrounds and faiths, and B, I'm choosing to use the word that I'm being guided to use. And sometimes people will resonate more with the words such as universe or Divine Source Creator than God, because it allows them to be open to the fact that their Creator is there. God, Creator, universe, in my reality is synonymous with each other. Universe is not who I associate with God, but I may use universe to associate the energy that God created. So, read between the lines, stop judging people for what they believe in, and remember that your connection to the divine is between you and no one else. I hope this message served as a reminder to some of you, or as a message to some of you to lay off the judgment energy and to start showing some real love like your religion talks you to do as well. Send you all so much love and hope that this message resonates. Let me know if it does.